Okay, guys. Sorry for that little break. I was trying to figure out something, and I think I figured it out already. Like I said, I don't want this add button to show until I start pressing something, so that people just don't keep adding stuff like this. It's not going to make not going to make the application efficient enough and functional the way you want it. But we haven't done this already, so I'm going to refresh. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to give it a conditional statement here that you should only display this button if there's an input. Otherwise, don't display it. And it's called ternary operators. I'm putting in a ternary operators. Now if I save, listen, look what is going to happen. It disappears. See, if I start typing, it shows. That is what I want to achieve. So that is perfect. So having done that, now I want to do something that's whenever I put in something and I submit, I should be able to use this tool. First and foremost, let's do this first. Let's do this clear list. So what I'm going to do, that's very simple to do. All you need to do is very simple. Just go to this part and say that add do another div, create another div called clear, and the content should be we want to have, oh shoot, I wasn't meant to do that. We want to have an icon called, where's my oh, I thought I had okay, material UI is here, right here. Okay, my material UI, I'm going to search for clear, and this is the button I want to use. So I'm going to copy this button. I'm going to go back to my application. I'm going to import this button here first. Or better still, let me do it here. Oh, I already have it here. It goes perfect. So I don't have to do it again. So all I need to do is just here. I'm going to do this. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this. And that's basically what I want. Oh, I already have it. What am I doing? I already have it already. So why am I creating it again? All I need to do is just put functionality in it. And the functionality I want to put in it is just simple. On click, what do I want you to do? Please take out all, reset my set to do list to empty array. So set to do lists to empty array. Basically, that is what I want. Okay, what error? Too many render. React limits the number of rendering to prevent. Okay. Okay. Index.txt. But what could be causing it? We need to know what is causing it. Oh, I don't want to mess with that. I do not want. Okay, let me see if this is it. Command X. Yes. Oh, that is the issue. So if that is the issue, what we need to do is, oh, sorry guys, sorry, it doesn't work this way. Oh my God, so sorry, I misled you. There's supposed to be a function inside. The function is going to do this. This is what I want the function to do, basically. This is what I want the function to do, basically. So when I have a list of items here, so when I click this, it takes everything else. Perfect. Now I have that done. So we need to work on these now, these buttons, edit buttons, and we need to work on the edit and delete button. So let's do the delete buttons. Delete button seems to be pretty easier than edit button. So because we're going to use some part of delete button to do the edit button, so we're going to go right before the return. We're going to do edit button. We're going to create const undo delete. Guys, watch this. This is going to be very interesting. Undo delete, because we're going to use prop drilling here. So undo delete, and I'm going to create this function, run this function once you click on that delete, because I'm going to pass this function into delete to carry out this functionality. And I said, what do I want you to do? Simple, basic. Just give me to-do lists, run through. Okay, I'll say, okay, now when I click this delete, I want you to look for this particular ID. Exactly. I want you to delete exactly what I'm clicking on. How am I going to? I'm going to use filter, and this is how I'm going to use. I'm going to call to do list, all the list. And I'm going to say to do the list array, and I'm going to map through it. No, I'm not going to map through. Sorry, guys, I said filter. I'm going to filter it and narrow it down to what I want. And what do I want? I only want you to give me the to-do list that check every to-do list and give me back what? Give me back only the to-do list that the ID match the ID I'm passing him. So I'm saying the to-do lists .id that equals. Okay, sorry guys. What I'm trying to say here is that go through the to-do list, filter through everything, and only pick each to-do list. Do this thing on it. Compare the ID I'm passing it with the ID. If it does not match, return it. If it match, delete it. That's what I want. So I'm going to say return the one that doesn't match the ID I'm passing in. So I'm going to pass in ID here. So now you can now know the usefulness of this ID we created up here. Now we are making use of it. So we're going to do this now. I'm going to put it inside of to-do list, but it's going to be as a prop. We are passing it down now. We're going to say undo delete equals undo delete. So that is it for undo delete. So we're going to go back to this place. I'm going to add it here. Undo. Okay, let me just be here. Now, what are we going to do again? We're going to pass it down also again. This is called prop drilling, guys. This is called prop drilling. Let me just keep pasting. This is why we had came up with another good and interesting hook, which is called it's not actually a hook. That's why we had came up with what is called data layer. So we use data layer instead of this. So data layer helps you to save that information in one place. So every component, every part of the application can just go straight to that place and pick whatever they need to do. So the parent doesn't need to supply the children what they need. More like the parent giving the children food to eat to survive. That doesn't really need to work here. Okay, it doesn't need to work here. So here we're going to pass it in here. You're going to say comma v, and we're going to write it here is delete, right? We're going to say on click. Please do this. Now watch it, guys. Here you would rather say, okay, I'm just going to call the function. If you call the function here, because you can't in JavaScript you can't call a function directly. You're supposed to call a function inside a function. It's a whole topic on its own. So we may probably get to that in the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. So for my function to run, please do this. Do this. And say to do list that matches this ID. This is basically what we want, but now we're writing it in somewhere we're not supposed to write it. Okay. Why am I getting this? Okay. Why am I getting this? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to say this. Control V. Command Z. This is not what I want. So I'm going to say undo delete. I'm going to say use this. Perfect. Use this. Perfect. Okay, no worries. We can always do that. Undo delete, you know. Perfect. You're gonna do this. And it's throwing error. We understand error. We can always sort out errors. I think this is not needed anymore. Okay, we just need to figure out what is going on here, guys. So okay. I think we should be done now. Yeah, perfect. So this is it. So now let's check it out. If it's going to work, let's check it out. We'll click. Perfect. Now it's not going. Why is it not deleting? We want this to delete. Why is delete function not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? So it's okay. Let's just check our code again, guys, so that we know what we're doing the right thing. So undo delete. So when we go back to our our to-do list, we'll pass it in, right? We destructured it. I will pass it in here. So we're good. Undo delete. So when we go back to our app, so in undo delete, we pass it here, to-do list, right? And we'll say in our to-do list, this is what, pass it down to the child. Pass undo delete to the child, which is correct. So let's go back to where we declare our undo delete, and let's see what happened there. So did we do the right thing? Yes, I think we did the right thing. Oh no, guys, we did not. You know that we created what should happen, but we didn't finish the code here. So basically, what we are telling this code is that when you get this functionality, we want you to use it to update our to-do lists. So we're going to update our to-do list as this. We're going to say set to-do list, and we're going to set it to this. Basically, please do this. That is what we're telling it to do. Please do this. Set to-do lists. So this now would work. I believe this should work. Boom, it worked. It worked. Let's try it again. Boom, it worked. So perfect. That is victory 1. So let's do the edit, undo edit now. We're gonna create the same thing. Basically, we're gonna create the same thing, but we're gonna call this, oops, Command Z. We're gonna call this, we're gonna call it undo edit, and we're gonna say that basically do the first thing, delete it from the list, and also use it to update what our inputs. Set inputs, and say what we need is go through my to-do lists array, find the to-do list that the ID that we just clicked is equal to the ID that we want to edit, and put it on our input. You get it, guys? So we're going to do it this way. We're going to say to-do lists, and we're going to say please do this. To-do list dot ID. You can see how we are using the ID now. So useful here. ID. That is it. Now guys, look at it. I said that set all these things. Use this information, the to-do list ID that match the ID we passed in. Now that item. Now we want the text of that item. We're going to say what? dot text. We're going to say dot text. That's exactly what we're going to say there. But now I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to do it like this. Hold on. Let me. I want to be sure that I'm writing it the proper way. I'm writing it the proper way. Now you see my syntax are wrong. You see my syntax are wrong. So now here, right here. I think I'm correct now. Yeah, perfect. So this is it. So now this is what it's going to do. What it's going to put it on my inputs. You're going to put it on my inputs. Now let's see. So when I had undo delete, Command C, and I pass it in as a prop, and I pass it as a prop. So we go here, with the structure here, and we go here, we pass it in here, you see, and we come here with the structure here, and we come here, and we say on click. What do we want it to do? Please run this function. V. And this is what we want it to do. To do list.id. Simple. That is all. Simple. Run this function, do this exactly what we want it to do. So when I click and I submit, and I click edit, you see, went back here. So I can edit again and submit. Perfect, right? And I said, you see, I can edit any one of them. Perfect, right? Perfect, right? So now we're done. So what we need to do now is, when I click this edit button, I want this to change to edit. So I'm going to create a state and call it edit if to check my edits. So I'm going to say const edit. Okay, let's call it edited and set edited, right? So basically I'm going to set it to use state, and this is going to take in a boolean. So we want to say edits at the initial stage is going to be false because we haven't done anything yet, so it's going to be false. So we're going to use that to set something. We're going to say that we're going to target this thing here, this here, this here, and we're going to say that only give me this, only give me as add circle this particular only give me, sorry guys, I'm trying to check what I'm trying to do. Only give me add circle round icon if I'm just imputing straight up. But if I'm not imputing straight up, please do this. So I'm going to say to you that I'm going to create a JavaScript here and say if edited is correct. I'm going to use ternary operator now. I said if it's correct, then give me this. Give me edit button. Where is edit button? So let's go and copy it from here. Edit button. I need this, so I come here and I said import. And I said Control C or Command C. So give me edit button. Give me this. Give me this. But if I'm not editing, right? If I am not editing, guys, give me this other one. And I said, fine, give me that. But if I'm not editing, I need to be careful here so I don't do something wrong. Hold on, and give me this if I'm not editing. command X, give me this. Fine, right? Give me this. But now I need to put this in curly bracket, and I can say hold on guys, I'm trying to set this very well so I still have my inputs functionality where I set it to before. Command V. You see, so perfect, this is it. So look at it guys, let's see when I click this and I click this, see, it's not changing it. Okay, let's look at it very well so we don't make any error. We need to be careful how we're doing this now so we don't make any error. So we said if edited. Oh, I get it, I'm doing it outside. That is why I'm doing it outside. Command X. Command X. I'm doing it outside. It should be inside. It should be inside here. So this is what I want. So when I click this, listen guys, look at it guys. It doesn't still change. Okay, now I think we need to pay attention to this very well. Why is giving us this error? So I'm saying that if edited gives me this, right? And if it is not edited, right, give me this, right? Okay, you know what? Let me give this command C, command V. Okay, why are you not showing me if it is edited? You give me this. Okay, you know what? Let's go through it, guys. We say that when you click, only then you show. When you click, only then you show this. And I said when I submit, it disappears, right? So this functionality there here is working perfectly well. So I said, okay, if it is edited, if the edited is true, so that means that state must be true somewhere. Must be true somewhere. That is when I click my edit button, I must set my edits. I must set my edits. I must set my edit state to what? To true. That way, that's the only way it's going to work. So here, I'm going to say set edits edited to true. So every time I submit, every time I click edits, set my edits, set this to true because it's false. So now if you do it now, look at it this way. Look at it now, guys. So if I say edit, you see, it changes because what I've set my edit to be true. Okay, that is the only time that this line of codes here would work. Otherwise, it won't work. So then, now we finalize that, right? So what we need to do now is the message on top. So how do we get to do the message? We go back to our return in app.js. On top, just after the task manager, let's create a new paragraph, and we'll call it message. Now let's say we call it message. For now, let's call it message. You see message, right? So fine. And the message, I wanted to have a class name of message. Message, right? Perfect. So how did I style the class name message? Let me see. Okay, I already started here. You see, it's styled. So perfect. This is good. So now this message, right? I want to be able to dynamically control it, So I'm going to set a state also. I'm going to use a set state. So let me just copy this and paste. I'm going to say here, I'm going to say message. I'm going to say here, I'm going to say set message. and here it's going to be what's the message now. What do I want? I'm going to set it to empty for now. Empty for now. The reason why I'm setting it to empty is because I want to dynamically change the text inside. So I'm going to make this message. That way my message is dynamic, it's not just static anymore. So how does this happen? When I click submit, that is when I want my message to change, right? So I'm going to go to undo submit here, just right after set input to empty. I'm going to say what I want to do here is, hold on guys, what I want you to do here is set message now. When you click submit, please set my message. Set my message towards to we can say your task has been submitted, right? Has been scheduled or has been submitted. Your task has been submitted or has been scheduled. So we say your task has been scheduled, whatever it is. So Control S. When I click that, so listen. When I do this and I say this, poof, you see it happened. It shows here, right? It shows here, but I don't want it to stay. Just keep staying there, staring at me. We don't want that to happen, right? We're going to use something called set timeout. So what I'm going to do it is I'm going to say inside of this, I'm going to pass two things. One, the string, and the other one is what's the set timeout. And I'm going to say set time out. And I'm going to say now is a function, right? So do this. So what do I want you to do? Please set my set message to empty after a particular period of time. And I say set message to empty string after what? After let's say set message we're saying maybe after, let's say 1 second. Let's see if that 1 second is okay. So this, and I said, oh, go, fine, perfect, it's okay. So that is done now. So what next we need to target? We need to target, I think, are we pretty done? I think what we need to do now is when we submit, okay, I'm going to say that when we submit now, listen guys, so when I click edit, right, and I said when I change this thing, I change I change this, but I want this text, this thing to go back. I want it to go back to the hard button. So I'm going to say undo submit, and I'm going to say something to it. I say, please, after all said and done, please return my set edited to false. Please set it to false so that I can have my add icon back. This is it, guys. Edit. Oh no, that's not working. That's not working. How we want it. Okay, I think it's working because if I click like this, see, it's working. So basically, what we're saying is that, let's say, apple is a task. Sorry, my apple is spelled wrong. Apple is a task, so we put it in. So we want to edit the apple now. When we click edit, this icon changed to this, right? So maybe we're done. We've turned this to banana. I will say submit. It's gone, right? So, but we're not seeing it here. But when we type again, say it's changed back to the previous one, right? Which is what we want to get. So that is perfect. What else again? Once we click the edit button, once we submit our edit, I want this to be changed to edited, not scheduled. So how do we change that? We go to message, go to this part, this message here, and we're going to make this dynamic, this text here dynamic. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say, we're going to give it a condition, which is if edited, if it's edited, right? If it's on edited state, if edited is true, if it's still editing, then please, it should be your task has been edited. Give me back that text. Your task has been edited. This is what I want you to give me back. Else, if it's not that, if my edited is false, then give me back your task has been scheduled. Period. That is all we need to do there. Right there, that is all we need to do. And when we save, that is it. So if I type this and I submit, your task has been scheduled. When I go back and I said, okay, I corrected something. And your task has been edited. This is what I want. But the text, I don't like the fact that it's so close to the input. So I can go to my app.css and I go to my message and I say, please, margin button, please give me like, let's say 20 pixel. Let's see how it's going to be. So if I say, let's just try it. Okay, perfect. You see, it's looking out. Oh, is it not too much? Okay, I think it's better this way. So basically, we have been able to successfully finish this application, and I think right now we're good to go. Everything is set. We can say today I want to cut my hair, and I submit that. The task has been submitted. I am going, my G button just keep messing up, going for a ride, and I submit that. I have it, right? So now I can delete, I can edit, you see, changing, and I said, okay, I want to cut the grass, and boom, edited, gone. So if I say I want to add another input, so I'm not going to be having, you see, the button has came back to the add button, and I can also delete, and I can also cross out. Perfect. So right now this ends this tutorial or this show on how to build a task manager. I hope you guys enjoy it. If I'm open to comment, I'm open to advices. If you think okay it's not well explanatory, or okay you have other questions, please be free to drop it in the comment. I would love to read them and review them and use them to better my next video. I hope this video answers some of your questions. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so grateful to be here to share this knowledge with you guys.